everyone. Welcome to the Just Saying podcast, episode number 2. And I am here with Beauty Demon. Say hello to Beauty Demon. How you doing, Miss Beauty Demon?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good. I don't know what it is about these podcasts, but it's starting to be a running theme that I just woke up like an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours ago. I get no sleep. So, yeah, that's why my voice sounds the way it does. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm just gonna sit here and chat with you, and we're just gonna be just chatting along. So, tell me about your channel. Like, what made you start YouTube?
So I don't know, it just looked fun, honestly. I watched YouTube for a while. I mean, I feel like everybody watches YouTube, even if they're not like as hardcore of a watcher as like some of us are. Even just like passively, any video you see is gonna be linked there. So over time, I just started watching more and more, and it just looked fun. And I don't know, I was just more interested in like how do you do all that editing and what's all the stuff behind it. And I'm the kind of person that if I'm interested in something, I'm gonna start trying to do it. And then if I start doing it and I find out I don't like it, then I'll stop. But I enjoyed doing it. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm starting like with these podcasts and with the gaming streams that I started to do now, I'm starting to get into editing more, and I'm actually liking it. But of course, I'm not like a big movie director because that's not going to
Oh
happen.
yeah.
That kind of editing is probably never going to happen for me.
I would love to be able to do that shit, but I'm like, oh my God, it's so time consuming. Even doing like the little stuff that I do, I'm like, how do people like iNabber and stuff do all this like crazy stuff?
I don't
That's all.
know. I don't know. Talking. Oh my God! Like Lord Vega with his old videos, the editing
Hmm.
in his videos is like movie quality. I'm like, how in the world do they do that? Like,
I
are you
guess it's just
serious?
like the time. I just don't know a lot about, I mean, I have Adobe Premiere, but I'm like, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing on it, to be honest.
Right. Okay. So, why don't you tell us about your channel and what you do on there?
Well, so the name Beauty Demon, and you can call me Lo, by the way. I do introduce myself as Lo at the beginning of all of my videos, but just recently somebody left me a comment and they were like, wait a minute, are you saying Lo? Because this entire time I've thought you've been saying Lil Beauty Demon. So now I'm confused. So my name is Lo. You can call me that.
Okay. Cool.
Um, so I'm like, I'm not really sure if people know. And then that person actually commented on another video right after because I was like, shit, I need to like slow down in the beginning because I get nervous. It's weird. Even though it's just like a camera and it's just me, I'm like really quickly. And even right now, I feel like I'm doing that. And I slowed it down, and she's like, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm partially responsible for that." And I like gave her a comment, a little heart to let her know, like, "Yeah, you're right."
Well, I
Um,
mean, hey, it's feedback. It's feedback. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with feedback.
I like getting the feedback too. I mean, sometimes it's like unnecessary feedback, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I'll just let that person voice their opinion because I've been that snarky person too. That's just like saw one thing in a video and been like, no, that's not right, and went in and typed. So like, whatever. Everybody's got to voice what they got to say, you know.
Yeah.
That's what comment sections are there for. What was the question? Oh yeah, how did I start my channel?
Well, no,
So,
yeah. It's like, tell us about your channel and what your channel is about, et cetera, et cetera.
well, it started off as a beauty channel because I didn't really know what else to start my channel as. I just knew I wanted to do a channel. It just sounded fun. And in my real life, and I've talked about this, I am a beauty professional. I work as an esthetician. I was an educator and taught estheticians for 4 years. I've been in this industry for 10 years, so it's something that I'm very knowledgeable on. Um, and that was the majority of YouTube stuff that I watched. I watched some commentary here or there, but I was pretty unaware of what was going, in the bubble, essentially.
Right.
There's bubbles all over YouTube. And then quarantine hit, of course, and my job is immediately shut down. I could not do anything because I work on people's faces.
Right.
And it was like casinos and then the beauty space. And I actually was still teaching and I had my own business as well. I was renting a room, doing stuff. So I had to shut all that down, which the business, that's fine. I wasn't too like upset about it. The
Right.
timing was good. But then I got laid off from teaching. The school had to close. And I did spend all of 2020 in quarantine. I was that person that was on YouTube all the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna start this channel. And I filmed ton of videos that never went up, of course. I feel like everybody does. Just like experimenting with getting to anything that I thought was okay enough to put up. And even looking back now, like I'm glad you didn't go back and watch stuff because early stuff was bad. And it was just like mostly beauty reviews and just getting comfortable with being on camera. And but it was also like 2019 really, it was like the Shane Dawson documentaries and all that shit really got me more interested with like, whoa, look what people are really doing on YouTube. They're not just throwing up makeup tutorials, they're actually doing quote cinematic things. So that kind of started to get me more interested. But then of course, watching more of that stuff, I became very familiar with the commentary community really fast and I was like, oh shit, people just come on here and voice their opinion on stuff that's happening on here. Well, that makes sense. That sounds fun. So I started to like dip my toe into it a little more and then I became a commentary-ish channel. I still do want to incorporate more beauty stuff, but it's just hard to keep up with both.
Yeah, especially when you're doing commentary and you have to watch all these videos, and you
Yes.
even have to watch videos who that okay, I'm not doing a subject on it right now, but I feel like eventually I'm going to have to talk. I'm going to, well, not have to, but I'm going to talk about this. And so let me watch this so I have a background just in case. As commentary, you have to know so much about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't blame you about that at all. Um
And sometimes, like, I thought for a while about, like, really kind of molding the two, like a beauty get ready with me while I'm talking about topics. But a lot of topics I talk about are really sensitive topics, and I don't know, I just don't feel like it's necessarily appropriate to be like doing my makeup while I'm talking about somebody getting SA'd or something, or
right.
allegations. Like, I just don't feel like that's appropriate.
Yeah, no, I
So,
get it. No, I totally get it.
okay.
So let's talk about your latest video. And I actually did a live about it, and I did a live right after that streaming a game while we were talking about it and looking at other videos. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Jordan Cheyenne.
Oh, Jordan Cheyenne.
Oh,
I mean, she's wasn't anybody that was on anybody's radar at all. I mean, she did have a lot of subscribers though. So it's kind of impressive, but I'd never heard of her ever.
I didn't either. I'm like, she has how many subscribers, and I've never heard of her name. Never.
Well, I mean, I guess I think I said it in my video. I think that kind of speaks to at least like maybe she wasn't a super problematic creator, or rather we didn't see any of the problematic stuff. And I think on the grand scheme of things, we've seen way worse, obviously, like Daddy O5 and all that
Oh
crazy
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, Daddy O5. That's a whole different subject. Oh, that poor baby. I felt so sorry for his son. Oh,
Hmm.
anyway, so Miss
Yeah.
Jordan Cheyenne, with what she did with her son, this baby is already crying. He is
He's really
all
upset.
he was really upset about his puppy. And the sad thing is it was something so wholesome, like this baby is upset about his brand new puppy, and you're literally trying to get him to cry more and pose for a thumbnail.
Wasn't even getting him to cry more. She was just so oblivious to the fact that he was even really upset. And I also said this in my video. Like, now I know parvo is a very dangerous infection for dogs.
Yes.
But when I was a child, my dog, when I was like 5, she had it. I had no idea it was as deadly as it was. When I was 10, 11, I helped to nurse the neighbor's dog back from parvo. Still had no idea how dangerous and deadly it was. It wasn't until I was an adult that my mom was like, yeah, our dog Katie was really sick. Like, I didn't think she was gonna make it through the night sometimes. But the adults around me didn't let me know like how dangerous it was because they knew I didn't need to have that kind of burden on me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do understand like wanting to have that life lesson with your kid. Like I don't have kids, but I do understand like those life lessons come up, but it seemed like she already got him worked up into a frenzy, of course. And I didn't get to see the whole video. I only saw the clip, so I don't know what the entire vlog was either.
Yeah, me either. I didn't see the whole. I only saw the clip, and the clip. Oh, the clip got me so angry.
Hmm.
I understand. Okay, I don't have a problem with the child knowing about the parvo, and I don't
Yeah,
have a problem because it was a brand new puppy, and it was sick, and she took, her and her son
yeah.
went to the vet. I get that. But why do you need to record it?
That's the other thing. Because the
Exactly.
apology and everything was her apologizing for having her son pose for the thumbnail. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the problem, but really the underlining problem is none of this should have been being filmed in the first place. Like, this is a serious private family moment. This is a this is a benchmark moment for your son, really. Like, this is something that is going to be it's a, what do you call it? What's the word I'm
It's a
looking
life
for?
lesson.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, this is a benchmark moment in your life. Like, you're gonna remember when I was 8 and my dog got really sick. And also, I'm still wondering, is the dog okay? Is Rosie the puppy all right? Like, I am also concerned about this dog. Is she
Yeah.
okay? Like, is she make it? Like, I do know when dogs get treatment, their rate of survival is very high. But it's if they're untreated, and for how long it's untreated is, where the mortality rate gets high.
Right.
So I'm hoping that their puppy is good. So if you do happen to listen to this, Jordan Cheyenne, we do really hope that your puppy's okay. And your son too. Um, but yeah, it just shouldn't.
She shouldn't have recorded it. In my
Yeah.
opinion, okay. So what she could have done, all right, because she had set up that her audience wanted to know about what the big surprise was or whatever. What she could have done was dealt with the vet, and dealt with her son crying and being upset privately, and then when maybe he settled down for the night and he's finally
Yeah.
asleep or whatever, then get on camera and explain, okay, listen, this is the situation, without
Yeah.
your son there, without him crying,
Family
make yes,
first.
family first. Make sure he's okay. Make sure, she could have done it after he went to bed and he was finally asleep and not crying
Mm-hmm.
anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
she could have got in front of that camera saying, okay, I know I told y'all about a big surprise, but this is the issue. And
Because
it
she
would have been
already got on camera that night and did the same thing, but instead had to apologize for the quote blooper at the end of the video.
yes, and to call
So,
that a blooper,
oh
to
my
call that a
God.
blooper. Are you
Girl,
serious?
no.
Oh my
When I
god.
saw, no, 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 and that's not a blooper. She did change the title of that second video too. I did not realize that because when I watched that video, it was called I'm immensely disappointed in myself. But then I watched a video by Sincerely Sharon. I always want to call her Sincerely Susan, but Sincerely Sharon. And she shared a screenshot of that video and it was called Let's Chat. So first she had titled that video Let's Chat.
Wait, what?
Yep, that is what it is. And then actually, so then I, was starting to look into it more. I did not watch Sincerely Sharon's video until after I posted mine because I tried to stay away from everybody else's videos because I didn't want it to like impart mine. I try to
Right.
do that. Um, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? I think I even commented on their video. I was like, that's not the title that I saw. And I was literally watching that video, taking notes on it when she deleted it.
Wow. Well, I remember when she deleted it because I had it in my watch later, and
And it's gone.
and it was gone, and it said video is privated. I took a screenshot
Hmm.
of it, and I'm like, what? And I thought it was the one video. Well, then we go on live. All right, and we go through the videos, and I tell everybody, "Hey, I was going to show the apology, but she privated it." And then we pop up on it because somebody had said something. I think somebody had said something in the chat saying all her videos are gone or something like
Yeah.
that. And we went there and all the videos were gone. I'm
She
like,
deleted everything from the past 5 years or past year except for like one video, but now like the whole channel's gone. When you clicked the Instagram link at the top of her channel, it would go to, she'd already deleted her account, I believe, and somebody had reclaimed it. So it had been relinked to her YouTube because it was the same name, I guess. I don't really know how that worked.
mm-hmm.
So somebody else has her Instagram,
Oh my God.
and then now her entire channel is gone. So at first, my first thought was, did that person get into her YouTube and bring it down? But I just watched Peter Mon's video yesterday, which was a James Charles, Gabby Hanna video, actually. But he actually did have something about Jordan Cheyenne because he did a video the previous day.
Yeah, we watched that on my gaming stream. We watched
She
that video.
commented on that video. Before
What?
she commented on Peter Mon's video. She's deleted the comment, and he said he couldn't get the entire screenshot because she deleted it so fast and he didn't know if people had commented on it. But in his James Charles Gabby Hanna video, he said he just wanted to clarify something. She did delete her channel. She deleted all of her social media. It's all gone. Well, she didn't delete
Wow.
it because she still commented that, but you can actually private your entire channel,
Right.
and I believe that's what she's done.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, yeah, because she's gotta keep the channel long enough to get the AdSense. Because if she just deletes
Right, if she
it,
deletes, it's gone.
if it's gone, then her AdSense is gone off that channel. So
And
she
yeah.
probably privated her channel. Oh my God. See, I didn't know that because I haven't
That was just
watched
like a
that.
random thing that I just saw. Just it was like a quick little blurb. He didn't even have anything because Peter Mon always puts like generally who he's talking about in his drama channel titles,
Right.
and that wasn't in there at all. I just like watching Peter Mon drama videos, so
Well,
that was just a little bit of a nugget right there. I was like,
I love Peter Mon, so we all know that. But yeah, dude, I don't know. This whole thing makes me, because I never really think about mommy vloggers or family vloggers. I never really think about it because I don't watch them. But it makes me question. Like, I kind of see where people are starting to say that people shouldn't be putting their kids up on YouTube at all.
oh, it's. I don't think it's an appropriate thing to do. I mean, you have to be 13 to even have a channel on YouTube, or to use the platform technically. There is the YouTube Kids app, but that's just an app. That's not a website. So if a kid is watching YouTube on TV, they're just watching regular YouTube. Anything comes up in that, any kind of ads, and kids that are on YouTube, they don't have any protection. I mean, people like to talk about Coogan laws, but Coogan laws aren't really that, they don't really protect child actors either that much. There's only 4 states that recognize that, well, 5. So,
Really? See, I didn't know that either. So yeah,
yeah,
because
it's
somebody mentioned that in somebody mentioned that in the first live that I had about it, the topical live, and you know, like I get they have like laws for like the child actors,
right.
this, that, and the other, but there's nothing that protects kids on YouTube.
Well, it's kind of the same with reality TV show kids. They're kind of treated the same. Um, there is no, I mean, kids can't consent to being on TV or being on the internet. They don't have any real cognitive, like, they don't know what that means. They don't understand millions of people are watching you at any given point of the day.
Right.
And a lot of parents, like family vloggers, will justify, like, well, and actually, Jordan Cheyenne said this in her Dad Challenge podcast interview. Like, he's old enough now that he understands. He's 8. He doesn't understand that.
No.
There's no way an 8-year-old understands that, 50,000 people are coming to watch it. He doesn't know what 50,000 people look like. That
No.
that's the size of Madison Square Garden. Well, actually, I don't really know, but I think that's around the size of Madison Square Garden. Um, they don't know what that looks like. He can't even count that high. I can't
Yeah.
even count that high if I had to.
Yeah, dude. It's making me. I don't know. I'm starting to because I said it in the live stream that I did. I'm still like on the fence of should the kids even be on YouTube, etc. And I have to admit, I'm starting to lean towards the side of, you know what? The kids shouldn't be on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying like somebody, like say they're doing a DIY or something and their kid
It's
runs
different.
in to tell them
Yeah.
something and they run back out. That's something different, okay? I'm not saying don't recognize your kids on YouTube. Like if your kid runs
Yeah.
in, I get that. That's not a big deal. I'm talking about, I'm starting to feel like kids as part of a subject for videos, or even what was that kid that used to do toy reviews?
Oh, Ryan's World? Yeah, they shouldn't be the content of it.
No, I'm starting to.
That kid is the sole breadwinner of his family.
Yeah, and I'm starting to feel like, you know what? Maybe kids shouldn't just be on YouTube as content. I'm starting to really lean that way because I mean, I don't know. I mean, how would you feel if you grew up one day and you saw this old clip of your mom making you pose
I'd be
for
horrified.
yeah, I mean, and then that makes me wonder if now, granted, I never watched her, so I don't know if she had any other instances on her channel where her son was upset about something. Did you make him post for those thumbnails too?
I mean, she did say in that interview with DCP that she's had moments where, like, that's not the first. She initially, like, inclined rather that that was not the first time that she has kind of forced him into a situation where he maybe didn't want to do it. Or she did say, there have been moments where she knows, like, he's not about it, so she'll turn it off. But, like, at the same time, she vlogs everything. So she doesn't know when the real appropriate time is to shut the camera off or to not make him pose for a thumbnail or to like coerce him into it.
I that's she flat out exploited her child, and she exploited his emotion and what that baby was going through, because to an 8-year-old, losing your puppy is like world damaging, you
I mean,
know?
I'm 35 and that is world damaging. Like, that's upsetting.
I'm telling you now, I'm the same way. At 46, if one of my cats passed away, y'all aren't going to see me for like a week, probably.
Oh, I lost it. Yeah.
You know, because that's my baby, that's my child. So imagine that with an 8-year-old, which they're already emotional anything anyway, because they're learning about the world and they're learning about their own emotions, and you know, and they don't have anything figured out. So yeah, that's why, hence the reason why they can't give consent, because they don't know anything. They're just learning. They're little human beings who are learning who they are, and it takes years for them to even learn who they are, let
I mean, some
alone their
people take 40
emotions.
years. Yeah.
Exactly,
And then
exactly.
they're on display. It's difficult. Because on one hand, like I feel like there could be a healthy way for somebody to be a mommy vlogger, but it's not taking posts like sponsorships of, well, in order to do the sponsorship, we want your son to be in it. Like Micah Stauffer, she used her adopted son in so many sponsored posts for laundry detergents and stuff like that. Like and that's why people got so upset with that because, well, there's a lot of reasons, but also it's because she literally was using him for monetization purposes. And that is what it looks like from that clip that we saw her little blooper. It
Yeah.
looks like she's using him for monetary purposes.
And then to call it a blooper, ma'am, bloopers
Oh
are
my God.
funny. Bloopers are like a mistake, but like a light-hearted mistake. What you did was disgusting. That was not a blooper. That was absolutely disgusting. Okay, so let me ask you this. How did you feel about her interview with Dad Challenge Podcast?
Oh my God. Well, I feel like they both saw it as an opportunity to. It was like they both used each other in that situation. I feel like she obviously was using it because somebody was giving her a platform to talk about things. Even though she said she's gonna like step away and take a break and then immediately does an interview with a YouTube channel and then also goes and watches and comments on Peter Mon's video. Like, if you're gonna be offline, then why aren't you offline? But you're not. You're focusing on everything that's going on because obviously she's watching it. She deleted everything, so she knows the public backlash she's getting. Um, so she's still watching for sure.
Oh, she's
Um,
absolutely watching. I know for a fact she is. I mean, I don't know for a fact, excuse me. I don't have receipts. But I know in my heart that's what she's doing. I bet you she's watching.
I think for Dad Challenge podcast, it was definitely like a look. look, she's having a moment of clarity. This mission is working. This anti-family vlogger, anti-mommy vlogger mission is working. So I think it was also like a shining moment for him in a sense, because he did not ask. I feel like he could have gone in a lot more. He was very easy on her, especially considering things that I've seen a lot of his videos, and he is pretty scathing. And I don't appreciate how he talks about women a lot and some of the things that he says. So I was pretty taken aback when he was just so, I don't know if meek is the right word. No, not necessarily. I just was surprised by how easy he was on her.
Yeah.
He even said that he was being really easy on her, but he took there were a lot of moments where he could have had really good follow-up questions for her based on her answer, and he would just move on.
Oh, I watched it, and I've watched some of Dad Challenge podcasts. I've watched some of DCP, but and I've heard the things that he has said about women, and I have heard the things that he has said about like where they live and doing when they were like doing a house tour. I have heard the horrible things that he has said. And at the end of that interview, he said, this is why he normally doesn't talk to people, because then it humanizes them. Which makes me think, honestly, that he's saying all the things that he says strictly for his audience, because that's what
100.
they want to hear. And he doesn't it makes me feel like he doesn't feel the way he feels. Now, I'm not saying
it's a pandering thing for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not against child exploitation. I'm not saying that part. But what I'm talking about is the snark that he does.
Yeah.
Okay? I think it's fake. Because as soon as he got face-to-face as you can get through Zoom or whatever program he used, as soon as he got face-to-face with a mommy vlogger, he didn't act like that.
Yeah,
and
he's only had fights back and forth through like Instagram stories. Right. He's never actually talked to him.
Yeah, he's had fights back and forth through videos or through social media, not face to face. And as soon as he gets face to face, he completely changed, and he was asking softball questions, and he didn't follow up with shit.
Well, also her approach in the interview probably had a lot to do with that too, because she did come in and is really apologetic for making a post for a thumbnail. But yeah, I've like we said, we've watched his videos. I'm surprised he didn't say like, yeah, the thumbnail isn't exactly the problem. It's the entire vlogging, the entire situation is really the problem. Like, I didn't get any of that. I don't know.
I didn't either.
It was a lot of softball questions. And if it was really about the children, I didn't hear him like asking a whole lot about what are steps that you're taking with this. What's your action plan? Like giving her a platform. Yeah, what's your action plan? It was more just like giving her a platform to. In the beginning, I felt like it was a little trauma dumping too, because we got the whole story how he was a preemie and he was in the NCIU, which of course is a very sad story.
Yes, it is.
But that doesn't really pertain to what we're here for.
Right. Well, and then
it was just a sympathy grab.
And it was, and not only, oh my God, when she was sitting there and she was talking, I was like, ma'am, you sure did change your tune real quick, because in your apology video, you were apologizing to yourself.
Yeah.
In her apology video, and I want to say she said it 3 times. I know for a fact she said it twice. Okay, it might have been 3, but I'll just stick with 2. You said twice that I apologize to myself. Woman, you need to cut off the damn camera and apologize to your son.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying in the Dad Challenge podcast interview, was that she was apologizing to him.
Yeah, she changed her tune real quick, because then she realized, this apology isn't working. I guess so. You're sitting there telling your audience, I apologize to myself. Ma'am, at this point,
apology video too that I never saw either.
Oh, did she do that in another apology? Because I heard she had several apology videos. I only saw the one.
Yeah, I think she posted one more to her channel, and then I think I saw she had two Instagram lives, which is why I went to her Instagram in the first place and saw that it was gone.
Right.
Um, but I only saw I call it the brown jacket one because I don't know, there's just like so many little different clips and stuff. But yes, once again, sincerely Sharon. I just watched her video yesterday. She discussed another video where she came back after the first brown jacket video and was talking more, and I was like, I didn't even see this. What?
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna have to watch that video. I just think it's it's disgusting, and I'm really leaning towards the crowd that is saying that children shouldn't be used as content because
No.
there's no laws that can protect them because it's YouTube. There, if you have to use your child to make money, there's something wrong because your kid should just be able to be a kid. They should be able to go and play and do this and do what you got to do on your YouTube channel as far as, I don't know, do whatever kind of vlog or whatever, but your child doesn't need to be your content.
Yeah, I did catch like one of her vlogs before they all went away,
Hmm.
and he was the one to greet you in the vlog.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they were in the car, he was in the back seat. He was like, "Hey, got this." And this was a little bit of an older vlog because she had long dark hair.
Okay.
Um, but I think she had gotten him like a little fruity drink somewhere, so he was like drinking on that and um but he was the one to like start the vlog off. And so I think he was like maybe 6-ish probably. So he was little. I mean,
That
he's still little. I'm bad at
Well, I
telling
mean, he's
people
still
ages.
little. He's still a baby. I don't care what anybody.
Yeah.
That's a baby. Man, I saw Red when she was in that apology video, saying sorry to herself. I saw Red. I was like, oh my god, you seriously could have traumatized your child. And I hope it doesn't traumatize her child because I don't want him to go through that. He's a baby, but she could have damaged him by that. And later
think
on in
he'll-
life, he may actually see that and go, "Mom,
I think
what the
later he'll
fuck?"
see it and be really upset. I don't think in the moment he thought too much of it because it seems like like the way he said it to her, the tone of like, "Mom, but I'm really crying," is it's not the first time mom has been unaware of what he's going through or what he's doing, that he's had to be like, Mom, yeah, this. So to him, it's probably like, this is how mom is. But then as he's going to get older, he's going to be like, what the fuck?
Well,
And the
and you
fact that
saw
this blew
him,
up, yeah.
and you saw
So
him,
upset.
and you saw him glance at the camera a couple times too. So he's
Hmm.
very aware. He's had that camera shoved in his face.
Hmm. She
So
started
much.
vlogging before she had him, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is. I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards that children shouldn't be used as content. And the sad thing is the people who like show a birthday party where their kids having fun and they're kind of showing it like in a third person point of view, as in the
Different.
kids not posing for the camera, but hey,
Yeah.
look at my child having fun, and look at my child smashing their cake, or look, they're having fun in the playhouse, for their party. The sad thing is the people who exploit their children where they're saying hello and they're the introduction to the channel and stuff. It's going to affect the people who do it innocently. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
there's a difference between birthday that the Ace family gives their 5-year-old and the difference that like my neighbor does. And if they want to put that video on YouTube, like it's gonna be a whole different thing.
Right.
It's not gonna be aerial shots of the kid entering from the house to the birthday party outside and $10,000 presents and stuff like that. It's just because it's just all of that is just for content. And kids are the ones that watch this too. That's the other thing is for the most part with mommy and family, well, not so much mommy vloggers. I feel like a lot of moms do watch mommy vloggers, but when it comes more to family vloggers, it's the majority of that is kids. Ooh.
That is, that's not good. That's
Yeah,
not
because
good.
then it's just brainwashing kids into thinking like, why isn't my mom getting me like a brand new scooter for Christmas? And I'm not saying like, if you're not doing well in your family, you like my neighbors, totally get your kid a scooter and put that in a YouTube video, like whatever. Um, but they're not making their kid their content.
Right. Like the difference is the intent of it. The
Yes,
difference
that's
is the
exactly
intent.
the intent.
I don't know. I'm starting to switch teams here because before it's like I wouldn't say I didn't care because like when the Daddy 05 crap happened, I was like
That was
all about
very
that little
extreme,
boy. I
yes.
was all about that little boy getting out of that house because hold on,
God.
oh, it was horrible. But I
Mm.
never.
I still have chills just like thinking about it.
Besides, you know, it besides the normal person putting out like content of hey, this is my child's birthday party, but when the sole focus and like you said the aerial shots and stuff like that, that can't, girl, it's crazy. I don't even know what
Nobody
to
is
say anymore.
editing your kid's birthday video because you need it to hit 2 million views so you can make your house payment that month. Like, that's not it. That should not be the video that's going up that week. That shouldn't be it. Or like when people are having, I don't know. See, that's the other thing too. Because pregnancy on YouTube, I can understand a normal everyday person sharing their pregnancy, but then like when you see these big family vloggers, it's like, are you just getting pregnant for this content? Like it's a weird thought to even have that somebody would even do that, but then for some people, you're like, well, I don't know if I wouldn't put that past them.
You know, and I didn't, I honestly never thought about that until you just said it.
I mean, I know people have accused some people from certain families for that.
Have
I don't
they? I
I
didn't know
don't
that.
tend to watch a lot of big family vloggers because family vloggers are just too much. It's like the dad of every family vlogger is like the most annoying person. And then the mom is always a close second. But I will watch like mommy vloggers, not so much because I enjoy the content, because I'm curious about what they're doing, right?
Right.
And I know some people have accused, what's her name? Jess Pham, who's a mommy vlogger I've talked about. She had her daughter, yeah, she had her daughter as a teen.
Okay.
And some people have said that she got pregnant to get on Teen Mom or on 16 and Pregnant, whichever show it was. And when that didn't work, then she turned to YouTube. And I'm like, well, I don't
What?
really know if that's the case. I mean, she has a very successful YouTube channel, Jess Fam does. I do watch a lot of her stuff. I will say, see, the thing is, you watch these mommy vloggers, and I'm like, I mean, I feel like this person loves and cares for their kids, but sometimes I feel like you take it a little too extreme with everything that you're sharing. But then also with somebody like Jess Fam, or even like Jordan Cheyenne, she was pretty young when she had her son.
Mm-hmm.
They do this stuff so early on, they don't really have any other life skills. They
Right.
don't know what else to do, and they really have put themselves into a box because now they can't go out and get a regular job because this is what is people are going to find. Even though she's deleted all of her social media, all these videos are here forever unless we all agree to like remove them or something. But like that clip of her and her son, that's always going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then on top of all that, okay, on top of all that with Jordan Cheyenne, ma'am, you have courses that cost $200. Now, granted, at least they weren't
Oh,
2000 like a certain person, but you ran courses for $200 that will make you a
and you
big
just deleted it
influencer.
off. My God. Yeah. I was like, you're technically, I mean, if you're selling social media courses because you're so good at it, I would consider you like a professional PR person at that point? So what was the PR move in just deleting everything and running away? She said in that interview with Dad Challenge podcast, she didn't want to run away from this
And that's
because,
exactly what she did. And that,
and then
oh,
48 hours later, boom, gone.
yeah. And and that's the thing about this whole thing with Jordan, okay? That is the thing about this whole thing with Jordan. She says one thing, does another. Says one thing, does another. It's like literally it was 3 days of saying one thing, then said another day, and then doing another thing on another day. Like she doesn't know how to handle this cancellation.
I think she's making it worse.
She is making it
She's
worse.
making it way worse than what it was. I don't think I said in my video I think she can move on from this. I don't know if it's gonna be a lot harder to do that now because of how she's reacting, or like lack of reacting rather. Um because, and the other thing was there was so much deleting happening early on that it skewed so many people's opinions, including myself, because I only saw that one brown jacket apology video, and I kind of took that a little bit, at face value. I was still like skeptical of it, of course, but I didn't know there were other apology videos that were already deleted by that point.
Yeah, somebody had said something about she made like three, and I was like, I only saw the one. I saw the one
Yeah.
where the only thing I remember is her saying, I mean, I remember more of the video, but the thing that stuck out the most to me was her apologizing to herself. I was like, ma'am, no ma'am. We are
Now
not doing that today.
her only online statement about this now exists in the Dad Challenge podcast interview. That's it. Like there's no statement anywhere else. Unless you like decided that you wanted to email her privately on her business, which I'm just gonna check. Does that even still exist anymore? I feel like she took everything else down. She probably would have taken that website down too.
Well, somebody linked me
Nope,
a
still there.
yeah, somebody linked me a video. I believe it was the apology video that I watched. Somebody already had it downloaded. People already have it downloaded. It's going to be around forever.
Yeah, if something's on the internet, it's gonna be there, girl. Especially if you put it in a video. And that's the thing is, I was trying to download it, but what I was using to download things like just stopped working all of a sudden.
Of
So I was
course.
like, fuck, like I gotta wait till my husband gets home because he's my IT guru. And he yeah, he's like, yeah, this thing just isn't working anymore. Because I was like, am I doing this wrong? What's wrong? And then in that time, literally as he got home, I was like, yeah, I'm just finishing watching his video, and then can you help me download it? And then he walked away, and I was like, what the fuck? And she just deleted it! Oh, I was so mad.
I don't know. This
So I
whole
just started saving everything that I could find, which was not a lot. I did find a Q&A she did with, and this is from like 2019. This was so weird to me when I found this. She did a Q&A with this guy named Brett Cap. I don't know how to say his last name. I don't remember. It's like Caprino or something. But he was on one season of Vanderpump Rules, which is a Bravo reality show, the spinoff from Real Housewives
Yep.
about people that work. He was in that show for one season, and then he and four other people got kicked off because all this racist stuff that they said got
Yep.
stirred up.
Yep.
And she was friends with that guy. So I'm like, girl, you're friends with like fake ass Hollywood people. Mm. And then it made me like watch her more, and I'm like, yeah, this is how like everybody on Vanderpump Rules talks. They're like, yes, I did that and I'm apologizing. We need to move on. Like she acted like a real like she was on Vanderpump Rules or something. I'm like, did she work at Sir and never got on the show? Like, I'm
Stop.
curious.
Stop. Oh my god, that's funny.
That
All
could be a Bravo
right.
channel too.
I know that's right. All right. Well, the whole, in conclusion, the whole Jordan Cheyenne stuff is a dumpster fire. Everything from what she did to her child to apparently the multiple apologies that happened to her fluff piece with Dad Challenge podcast to deleting all her videos to now getting rid of her whole entire channel.
Yep.
It's one big dumpster fire, and it's like it seems like to me that she has been coddled to the point where she doesn't understand how a cancellation works. Cancellations really only work based on whether you cancel yourself or not.
Well, she
And
did that.
yeah, I mean, she could have, like she said on the Dad Challenge podcast, she's going to continue to create content, but she's not going to do it with her son. She could have very well did that. Took a break for a little bit, take a break for like a month or two,
Yeah.
whatever. I understand, but
She had a lot of content that didn't have him in it
yeah,
before. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, just get rid of the content with her son in it. I would totally understand that. And, take a break for like a month or two and then come back and do content without your son in it, you
Yeah, she has so
know?
much like content about being an influencer and like she has this whole business that she's pushing. Like, so it's just it doesn't make people have confidence in this business that you're running if you've just deleted your Instagram. You have a whole course on it.
Right. And then to delete her, or not delete, she might have privated it, we don't know, but to get rid of to the public of her channel, it's like you're sending a message of I can't take criticism.
Yeah.
When she could have done exactly like we said, she could have just deleted all the videos with him in it, okay, and kept the content up that didn't have him in it, and then took a break, left the channel up, took a break, and then come back
I
and do content without him in it.
I think she privated it because she just has to comb through everything.
Yeah.
Because even after that initial where she deleted like a whole year's worth of stuff, I scrolled through and I might have a screenshot of this scrolling through of I mean there were still like vlogs from a few years ago where she's like holding him in the thumbnail and stuff like that. So I think she realized she had to do a lot more diving through her own stuff because she really didn't even remember what she has up there anymore.
Well, she's been doing it
And
so long, I don't blame her because I'm going to be
yeah.
honest with you. I can't remember some of the stuff I've said in
Even
past
before all
videos.
this went down, I just happened to look at her social blade because I was wondering how many subscribers she had lost. Because I didn't know where she'd started at.
Right.
And um, I don't. That vlog went up It went up this week initially, right? Because this all happened within the span of a week, right? Because
Yeah, I
that was the
believe so,
ninth that
yes.
she posted the Apollo 8th, or it was the 8th. No, it was the 7th. Um, in late August, she deleted a ton of videos from her channel too. So I don't know what that was about because that was before all of this.
Hmm.
She deleted like 64K views from her channel.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that's a lot of views for before you're getting canceled. Huh.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. All right. Well, that ladies and gentlemen, that was me and Lo, aka Beauty Demon, and that's Lo with the L and O, not LOL.
well,
And yeah, that's the conclusion of Just Saying podcast number 2 with Beauty Demon. And y'all have a great night, evening, daytime, wherever you're watching from. And I appreciate y'all listening to this. And make sure to say goodbye to Miss Beauty Demon, aka Lo. And y'all have a great day.